everyone. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for the crazy hair today, but it is what it is. So I hope everyone's having a good Saturday and all of that. So come on in. We're going to have some fun today using some new Iron Orchid Design products. So pretty excited about that. A few housekeeping things. If you're seeing this part of the video, you're probably watching the replay, so hit hashtag replay. Would love to say hello to you. Otherwise, if you see that red live box up there, it means we're live. So go ahead and hit an emoji when you come in. Say hello. Hello, Greg. Welcome. Say hello. Let me know you're here. Would love to say hello back. I'm Christy, the owner of Uncommon Necessities. Here, we're located here at the Town Square Mall in Port Orchard, Washington, 1700 Southeast Mile Hill Drive. Our shop hours are Thursday through Sunday, Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday 10 to 5. Hi, Miss Kay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So some exciting things happening in our shop over the next month or so. So make sure you like and follow our page to get those announcements and share us out to your friends. The more we have joining us, the better. It's always great to have lots of friends while we're crafting. So make sure you share us out. Something happening down here at the Town Square Mall today, which is pretty fun, is that we have our very first ever night market, 8 p.m. until midnight. It's singles night, so 18 and above. But don't worry, if you're not single, you can still join us. Lots of great fun. There'll be some vendors here. There'll be a DJ with music, dancing, all sorts of fun. So if you want to come join, come on down. Our shop will be open, and so we'll be here pretty late tonight. So we would love to see you. Otherwise, there is some great things coming. I'm getting ready to make those announcements, so stay tuned. Also, if you're interested, I do have a collaboration with Dana's Pour Expression, also located here in the mall. She has a paint pouring studio. And we have a class that we do, and you get to pour paint on a vinyl record and then use our Iron Orchid Design air dry clay to make the numbers for your clock. And then it gets resin. So it's a beautiful, beautiful project, excuse me, and a class. Lots of fun. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Or feel free to message Dana's Pour Expression on her page as well. So come on in. Let me know you're here. Hit the emoji. Say hello. And Greg, my lovely assistant, if you could, I forgot to bring a new block of clay. Can you bring me a new block of clay so I can show that? I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Lots of things. So, hope everyone is having a good Saturday. All right, so let me show you. Let's see, what did we do last week? Ah, yes, the bunny wreath rails. So hopefully you saw that video. That was lots of fun. We had a guest appearance by my mother. And so we made bunny wreath rails together. So check that video out. We made those things using all of the items from Dollar Tree. So it's a great project, inexpensive. Okay, you're having fun playing with the new IOD molds? I know, right? I'm going to get ready to show all these things. So my friends, in case you missed it, Iron Orchid Design had their release today, or release on the Valentine's Day. So on Tuesday. So we currently have all of these things in shop right now. So it's a great spring release from Iron Orchid Design. So let me show you the goodies that came for that release. Let me start with, and actually, my assistant, I'm missing one of the molds.
Which one?
I'm not exactly sure right off the top of my head. I have the mushroom, fairy doors, and Drew drop ponds. There's one more.
There's only 3. Huh?
Is there 3? Okay. I was thinking there was 4. But anyways. All right. Let me start by showing you these goodies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle my camera down real quick. And I want to show you all this loveliness that there is. And so you guys can see all these goodies. So I know it's backwards and I apologize for the wording, but it won't matter once we get it open. So the very first one is the transfer called Bungalow. This is so awesome. Let me show you this quickly here.
Not backwards.
Oh, good. It's not backwards. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. Thank you, assistant husband. You are wonderful. Okay. Now, each transfer packet comes with your little stick thingamajig to rub your transfers on.
Burnishing tool.
Burnishing tool. But let me just give you a quick glimpse at these transfers. They are so beautiful. And hopefully there's not too much glare. But look at this. Aren't these beautiful? So you can use these as individual pieces. You can put them together to make one big cohesive piece. I mean, it's really just up to you what you would like to do. But they are vibrant. These birds are amazing. Look at the detail on these monkeys. I mean, is that just not amazing? And look at these. Just so beautiful. Gorgeous. Let me show you the bird again in the front here. This bird is just precious. Look at that detail in this. Whoops, let me get the glare off. There we go. Look at the detail in that. Isn't that just amazing? So beautiful. So that is the Bungalow transfer. Okay.
I'll put it away.
Okay. I'm just going to set this to the side. Maybe. I'll set it over here. Oops, I dropped the thingamajig. Hang on, folks. Okay. Oh, okay. Now, this one is called Millet's. I think I say that right. Millet's Pages. So beautiful. Let me share this one with you. And I am so excited to do so many projects with these. These are just really, really good. Okay, so there's that. And I've got to show you the detail of these. Like, here's the page as a whole. And then look at the detail in this. I mean, is that not just amazing? The color, the detail. It even has all of the wording for each of them on the bottom. Look at that. Oh, look at these flowers. So beautiful. So I've got to figure out which way the camera is here. Let me scooch back just a hair. Fruits. If you're a bug lover, I'm not so sure about that page. I'm not sure that I'll be using that much. I'm not so much a bug lover. Vegetables. Oh my gosh. Is this not the best? These are amazing, you guys. Oh, so many project pieces here. So much inspiration. I mean, these are just so full of goodness. Look at these amazing butterflies. Look at the detail in those. So good. And then, of course, we have our fish. Look at that. So amazing. Okay, so there was 2 transfers in this release. So those are the 2 transfers. Let's look at the stamps. So again, stamps, they went, this one is called Antiquities. These are great for multimedia, for, you know, just individual pictures. Always on the back of their sheets, they give you inspiration as well. You can see from the back of this sheet, you can make wrapping paper using these small pictures. I mean, just so amazing. Let me pull this way so you can see it a little better. Whoops, I'm getting things caught here. All right, look at these. These are all individual stamps. And what's nice about the Iron Orchid Design stamps is they're very flexible. So you could put them on a curved surface, such as a clay pot, a vase. So many things you can do there. Hi, Kendra. The transfers are amazing, are they not? Oh my gosh, you're right, Kay. They're just, the colors, the details are just amazing. Just like their stamps, this stamp has so much detail. I don't know if you can see it, but look at that horse. Look at all the detail in that horse. And look at these two fellas. Aren't they just the coolest? So this is the stamp set. Antiquities. Huh? Hi, Janice. Janice is my mother. So, hello, Mom. Welcome, welcome. Okay, and then there's this one, assistant. And then they came out with this beautiful bird one that has bees and birds. Each of these come with a mask set. And the mask, it allows you to, oh shoot, I think you're gonna, no, okay. The mask set allows you to layer your stamps. So let me share what that looks like here. I think, I'm not sure what I just did here, but I have somehow, there we go. Ripped the bottom of that package, but that's okay. So each stamp set comes not only with the stamps, but this very thin sheet of plastic. And what you'll find is that each stamp has a shape on this thin plastic. You can't see it here. What it allows you to do is mask your stamp after you've put it on your project, and allows you to stamp on top of it, so that way things aren't getting all mushy and blended together. So we'll do that as one of our lives on a Saturday as well, so I'll show you how that works. But look at these beautiful birds. The details in these are amazing.
So you can put like a little one behind a big one to make it look
Correct.
like it's further.
Correct. Absolutely. Look at the detail on these birds. Let me show you that. I mean, the camera really just doesn't do these justice. They're just so beautiful. Look at that.
Did you see what Kay said?
Oh, if that tore, set it aside, Kate. You won't care. Well, we'll see. I'm not sure if I tore it or not, but I don't tend to leave my stamps in these plastic things either. But thank you, Kay. I appreciate that. Okay, the next one is called La Champagne, I think. La Champagne, although I don't speak French, so I think that's how you pronounce it. This stamp is a double stamp set. So while the others are a single stamp set, this one is a double. And it has a rooster. It has a rooster. Oh, which is so awesome. But what I love about this is there's small little like vignettes or pictures. They're not just like of a flower or something like that. So I'll show you what I mean. So for instance, I mean, you have a cow with the whole pasture and the barn and the house and everything in the background. That is one stamp. And then of course you have these beautiful florals. And then you have a rooster there, or a chicken. Chicken. Or rooster. No, I think it's chicken. And then you have another one of those like vignettes. So take a look at the detail in all of these. I mean, the detail in these stamps are just breathtaking. It's amazing. So that's the first one in that set. Here's the second stamp. This is where the giant rooster is. Look at that beautiful giant rooster and that lazy cow up here. But look at that gorgeous rooster. Isn't he handsome? I just love him with, look at those feathers. All right. So there's that one. And then there was 3 mold sets. So the first one is the mushroom mold. These are so amazing as well. So all of our molds from Iron Orchid Design are silicone. You can use them, they're food safe. So you can use them for food or you can use them for resin or clay. And it's called the toadstool. And here's that mold. Isn't that beautiful? And they have a patented micro rim on the edge of the mold. So let me see if I can tilt it up so you can see that micro rim. Can you see those little micro rims? It really makes it nice for when you're filling with resin to keep the resin in, or using clay. You get a nice clean edge on that. But this one is called Toadstool. Beautiful mushrooms. Beautiful mushrooms in that one. And then we have Dewdrop Pond. This one is amazing because it has so many different little animals in it. Look at this. So you have your dragonfly, your hummingbird, your frog, your turtles, your salamanders. It even has this baby little ladybug right here. Look at that. And then fern. Look at all that. Look at the detail in these. Just amazing. And I mean, I can't pick just one because they are all so good. They are all so good. So this is the last one of the new release. This one is called Hidden Hollow. Hidden Hollow. And it is a bunch of fairy doors. Look at that. So many things you could do with these little cute little fairy doors. And look at the detail in those molds. Amazing, huh? All right, friends. That is the new spring release for Iron Orchid Design. There is 2 paint inlays that I will be getting in the next week or so. So look for those to come. And when I get those, I'll share those with you. So we'll get 2 paint inlays as part of the release as well. All right, my friends. Thanks for everyone joining me today. Throw up those hearts or thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Make sure you share our page out. Want to make sure we get as many friends to join us as possible. We love having all of you here so we can chit chat and learn from each other and grow. And inspiration too. So that's what's awesome. All right, our project for today is pretty simple. And of course, we have to use the new Iron Orchid Design release. So we're going to be doing that. So let me just show you what we're going to use today. So got this small wood panel from the Dollar Tree. It is, I would say, maybe a 5x5 or something. It's a small wood panel. Pretty cute. We're going to use that. I also found at the Dollar Tree, and I couldn't believe I found these, so you have to look hard. They're in the crafter square area, kind of next to the little pom-poms and sequins and all of that, but they're called crafting papers, and they are cute little woodland animal crafting papers. Aren't these adorable? So you get like, what is it, 8 designs? I think there's 16 sheets. Yeah, 16 sheets for just $1. So amazing. So we're going to use that today. We're also going to use our mushroom mold. Is it a 6x6?
Yeah.
6x6, friends. 6x6. We're also going to use the new release mushroom mold. You can see mine's well used already. We're also going to use a piece of transfer from one of our favorites here, which is the Whispering Willow transfer set. So we're going to use a piece from that. We're going to use our Iron Orchid Design air dry clay. And then for the paints, we're going to use Dixie Belle cotton. I'm going to use Dixie Belle in drop cloth. Dixie Belle, sorry, this one's kind of messy, but it's Honky Tonk Red. Dixie Belle in chocolate. Then we'll use some waxes, which is Dixie Belle clear wax, some brown wax, and then we'll also use a top coat. Hey, Greg. I'm also going to use some moss that I have, and it's the dark green moss. You will need cornstarch, and you will need Type Bond Quick and Thick. I grabbed the satin instead of the flat over there. Can you give me the flat?
Yes, ma'am.
Type Bond Quick and Thick. You can get this at any hardware store. You can also get it on Amazon. So those are all the things that you will need if you want to do this project at home. And let's get us started. All right, and I'm also going to use the Dixie Belle clear coat in flat, and this is what I use for my decoupage medium. So we'll be using that to decoupage our paper on. All right, friends, are you guys ready? Let's get to crafting here. Okay. I couldn't believe it when I found these cute little wood surfaces at the Dollar Tree. Now, the trick with the Dollar Tree is they may have a lot of something, or they may only have a few items of something. And there's many crafters out there. So if you don't see it when you go in and you want to create this project right away and you don't see it, don't fret. Keep checking. They get shipments in all the time. And so just know that you may not see it the first time. And that's okay. Other times, you may have to really kind of look in places to see if you can find it. You could also do this project on a canvas piece of a canvas background as well. So it'll work for either. Let me get my paint jar open here. So we're going to paint this first with cotton. We're going to paint this whole panel with cotton. Let me just plug my glue gun in here real, I mean not my glue, my heat tool. Let me plug that in real quick. Okay. All right. Take this. Perfect. I am so lucky to have my wonderful husband here to help me when we do these lives. It's awesome. Okay. All right, friends. Let's go ahead and give this a good base coat. All we're doing is just giving it a good painting. Now, I was really surprised to find those little crafting papers, these little crafting papers. I was really surprised to find those. So if you look in Dollar Tree, you kind of have to really look for them. But they're there, they're just kind of hidden. So it's kind of the thing with Dollar Tree. Sometimes you kind of have to hunt around to find what you're looking for. So, and they have canvases there too. So if you can't find maybe this little wood canvas, they do have the regular like canvases you would paint on for a painting. You can use that as well. What I would suggest is if you use one of those canvases is to put something firm underneath it as you're doing it, because otherwise it'll kind of give as you're trying to decoupage or anything like that. I usually find a small book or object like that to put underneath them when I'm working with them. All right. Yeah, let me get this on. All right, here we go. Let me paint the sides up real quick. Who else? Kay, I know you're super excited about the IOD. What do you think is your favorite one that they've come out with? What is your favorite? Is it a mold? Is it the transfer? What do you think is the one you've been wanting the most that you just couldn't wait to get your hands on? I know for me it was the mushroom molds. So I was super excited to start working with those. Super excited. I love mushrooms. I think they're so cute. And you could build a whole little fairy garden picture using the fairy door and mushrooms, even the little toad and all of that. I mean, so fun. So fun. All right. Okay. We got the sides all painted up. Let's give this a little dry and see where we're at. We might have to do one more quick little coat. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. The weather's not looking too bad, so that's good. This is what I love about chalk paint, is that it dries so quickly and makes it so much easier for you to move on with your project. All right. The fairy doors and the mushroom molds, I know, they are just so adorable. And I love that there is a lot of great elements for small projects. Just a lot of great elements for small projects. Let's give it one more quick little coat, and then we'll call it good, and then we'll start building from that. Now, oh, my daughter is here. She just showed up in the shop. Hi, Kendra.
Hi, Mom.
Do you want to say hello?
Sure.
Come pop your head in. Say hello to everybody.
But your camera's pointing down. I was just watching it.
Oh, yeah. Here, everybody. Say hello to my...
Well, I can't. Oh, my gosh. It's so low.
There.
I got old knees. Hi.
There's my
Look.
daughter. There's my
the
daughter.
Baby, but he's sleeping.
Yeah.
He looks really cute right now, too. Maybe I'll come show him.
Okay. She is stopping by and picking some things up. I have some other things for you in a bag, too. Anyway, so let's get this painted up here. Second coat on. It's always a nice surprise when you get a visit from your kids.
Look how cute he looks.
Oh, he's so cute. She brought my grandson. He is 2 months old.
Peep him in there if you want to see.
Yep. Here, everybody. Here's a little peep of my newest addition to our family.
He's pretty handsome.
There
no
he
big
is.
deal.
There he is. Kay says, hi, Kendra.
Hi.
He is so precious. So precious. All right. Let's see here. And it does dry quicker for me even under these hot lights. So I think I got it all covered pretty good there. Okay. All right, let me dry this up real quick. Isn't he so adorable? He's so darn cute. He is so darn cute. I just love babies. All right. Almost dry. Almost dry. You know, I see those fairy doors on clay pots. I even think it would be cute that if you have a room in your house down by a baseboard, wouldn't it be fun if you just had a little fairy door down by your baseboard on your wall? I think that would be so cute. Even on a regular door, I think that would be really cute. A little fairy door on your regular door. I mean, so many ideas. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to take one of these papers, and I think I'm going to use the little fox, but the owl is awfully cute too. But, I mean, look at this cute little bunny for Easter. I'm going to use this cute little fox, I think. And so what I want to do is, you could easily leave this picture as much of it whole and then decoupage it on. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim out the little fox real quick. So let me do that. It'll just take me a minute. And I think I'm going to use just the little fox, and I'm going to save these feathers for something, maybe for another project, because they are pretty. They're pretty feathers, so we'll save those. Now, you don't have to be so precise to cut around the fox, because remember, this is going on a white background, and the background of this is white. So you could just kind of give it a good general cut around. Doesn't need to be exact. And then and let me get this. It's hard for me to concentrate and talk at the same time to cut. I'm not sure why. It's not something I should have to think about, but I think I just kind of cut his ear off. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good. The fox is going to have a little bit of a short ear. All right. Okay. Cut his little feet. I mean, how cute is he? Okay, so I'm going to save these feathers for another project. So we'll put those aside. And now what I'm left with is this cute little fox. Look how cute he is. Okay, so we're going to actually put him on like right here in the middle. I feel like my camera is blurry. Is it blurry for you guys, or are you guys good? Can you see okay? Can you see okay, Kay? Is everything good? Okay. All right, so let me put the paint lid back on. Okay, it looks good to you. Okay, thanks. I moved the camera around so much, I hope I didn't get you guys dizzy or anything. There's a plastic bag over there on the ground. Ask Greg for it. Oh, it's right here. Somewhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this Dixie Belle flat coat, if I can get it open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, where'd you guys go? Are you still there? Oh, my screen went away. Oh, thought I lost you. All right, let me get this jar open real quick. All right. Woo, that one was a little bit of a tough one.
It's okay, Mom. She says it's a plastic bag on the ground. I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to just brush this right on.
No, that might be with the backpack.
Kendall and Kelly? Got it.
No. All right, so we're getting this clear coat on. I'm going to give it one good base coat of a clear coat just because I want to have that to protect my project. And then it'll be good for the, it'll be good so when it'll be underneath our little fox guy here as our little glue to put him on the picture. So let me get a good layer on here. And this will make it so it's protected and it's sealed on the wood. And so it'll make the transfer come out easier. It'll make all sorts of things good for this picture. All right, so I got a good base coat on. Okay, I'm gonna lay this little fox guy down right here in the middle. Now, I am bringing him up a little bit from the bottom because what I want to do is add a little bit of that moss at the bottom to give him kind of like he's out in the grass. So now I've got him laid down. I want to make sure that the middle is down. And just like with any decoupage paper, you always want to start from the middle out so you can make sure you don't have bubbles. And if you get bubbles, it's not a big deal. So we'll just start from the middle and work our way out. Now remember, I'm using a flat coat. You could use a satin or a high gloss for this as well. I just find that the top coats for me are easier to decoupage with than, say, Mod Podge. But there's other ways you can do it as well. You can use the ironing method, and there's lots of YouTube videos on that. But however you would like to do it. But we're going to put our little guy down here and work our way out to minimize those bubbles. All right. Oh, he's so cute. Okay. Let's get his little tail down. All right. Okay. Let me show you what we got. Make sure he's good and glued. All the little sections. Okay, I got a few little air bubbles here. Let me work those out if I can. And to work out an air bubble, you want to just go from the middle and work your way out again. And there may be some that don't come out, and that's okay. It's okay. It's all going to look good. If you want this paper, I can tell you that you can lift this particular paper back up. And I did that earlier and it didn't tear on me. So this is going to be more generous for you to kind of lift and put back down if you need to manipulate it to remove an air bubble. All right, let me show you this little cutie patootie. Look at him. Wouldn't he be just sweet just like this? He's so cute. Whoop, as I dump him upside down. Okay. Whoopsie. All good though. All good. He's still sweet. All right. Now that we got that on, let's go ahead and work on our molds. So I think what I would like to do is, wouldn't it be cute if we put a mushroom somewhere over here and a mushroom somewhere over there? Let's take a look at our mushroom mold and see what we have. So we have these kind of tall ones here. And typically what I do is I kind of just set it right over near my piece and kind of get a visual idea of what that might look like together. If that would work. That would work. I think that these ones are going to be too tall and cover him up. So we won't use those. And then we have these little short ones. I think that one might be cute over here in the corner. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this long one and then this short one. So let's go ahead and cornstarch that up. And be generous with your cornstarch, friends. So give it a good coating of that cornstarch. You want to make sure you get it all in every crevice. Give it a really good, and since I already know I'm going to use this one here, I'm going to go ahead and cornstarch it as well. Unmold, not unfold. Did I say oh, you, Kay says, I just unfolded the doors and the mushrooms. The detail is so amazing that can't be seen until doing it. I know, right? Now I get the unmold, not unfold. Yeah, it's just amazing the amount of detail that is in these molds. It's just beautiful. And so I want to make sure I get this really good and cornstarched. It's good. It's good stuff. All right, let's set that aside. And then the other thing too, friends, is, and so I just turn it over and give it a good tap, and you see how much it's still quite dusted. So that's what we want. I did create for our group a creators page. And that is a page where you can go and post anything that you're working on. It doesn't have to be chalk paint related or Dixie Belle related or Iron Orchid Design related. It is really truly a place for you to go and to share with the group, if you'd like, what you're working on, or a finished project or something. I would love to see what you're doing, what you're working on. I think it is so fabulous to see others' art and what they've created. So please feel free. All you got to do is make a comment in that group, and in that comment you can post a picture, and we would love to see what you're working on. So pretty excited about that group. My husband did the first post in there, so check his project out, and would love to see what everybody's working on. So I am taking my clay. Whenever you use air dry clay, you want to make sure you keep it in an airtight container so it does not dry out. So that's what you see there. And all I'm doing is using, now there's many different things you can use. You could use this and pull your clay off. I tend to just kind of hold the clay with my hand and give it a good pull against that edge, that micro edge, and it comes off nice and clean. Don't be afraid to turn your mold as you're pulling that clay off to give you that best leverage to get a nice clean edge. So just turn your mold and pull that clay. And I'll show you the wonderful detail, oops, in this as soon as I can Get it all off here. And so you want to make sure you get the little inside piece there cleaned out. Now, I always say the more that you clean off your mold of the clay while it's still in the mold, the easier it will be for you to clean. Because once you have it on your project, it's a little bit more challenging to clean up those edges or those pieces. It can still be done. It's just a little easier to do it in the mold. So try to do as much of your cleanup work while it's still in the mold. I mean, look how beautiful this is already, and we haven't even unmolded it yet. And it's so pretty. All right. Let me show you what we got. All right, there it is in the mold. Now, to unmold, all you do is flip it over, and then you're just going to roll that edge back. Now, be careful, don't press on it with your thumb down because you'll dent your mold, but just gently roll it back. And then if you need to, you can use your finger to help kind of guide it out of the mold, but just gently. You see how it's popping out? Just gently roll it out of the mold. And if you need to, you can help kind of guide it along. Now, my clay is a little bit wetter than it normally would be because it was a little bit on my dry side, so it may stick a little bit more than normal. But let's see. Ah, get out of there. Come on. Okay, so I've got it out. Let me straighten it out. Put all the little stems back upright. And let's see what we got. All right. Look how adorable this is. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, friends, look at this. Make sure that's down. Oops. All right, can you see that? How beautiful is that? So cute, so cute. So all I'm going to do is gently lift this up, flip it over as gently as I can. Now I want to put the glue on the back side, right? So I'm going to get my Quick Bond, Tight Bond, Quick and Thick. And we're going to put some glue on the back side here. Now, if the mold doesn't come out the way you like it, you can always redo it, right? So, really kind of up to you. If it doesn't come out as pretty or as beautiful as you want, you can always just roll it back up and redo your mold. Now this Tight Bond Quick and Thick does dry clear, so I don't worry about it getting too much in between or on things because it will dry clear. But you want to make sure you get it on the edges so that way everything is attached to your project. So I was saying that my clay is a little bit wetter than normal because it was a little bit dry, so I had added a damp paper towel to it and let it set. And that's one way you can help make your clay moist again. So now I'm going to try and gently lay this on here and flip it over. Let's see if I can do this, friends. 1, 2, 3. Voila. Okay. So now let me position it where I want it. On our picture. So what I liked about this is I was able to, let me find something a little bit, there it is, to get in between here. So I can kind of straighten that out a little bit. What I liked about doing this way was putting him down first, or her, him or her, and then putting the molds on top. It kind of gives that illusion that they're peeking out from behind, right? That they're sitting behind these elements. So I'll show you here in just a second. But it gives you that. And so you want to make sure that each of these little pieces are down. So give them a good little press. And then I'll show you what this looks like here in a second. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking adorable. And then if you have a lot of excess, you can just scoop it right off, but it will dry clear. All right. Let me show you what we got. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? Look at that. It looks like he's sitting just right behind that mushroom. Isn't that adorable? Okay, let's do our last mushroom here. And we're going to put it right over here on this side. I've already dusted it. So let's go ahead and roll that up and put that in. Pull that off using your finger there or whatever tool you like. Now, if you're going to be taking a little bit of time to do your clay pieces, make sure you always keep your clay covered because it's just a short minute or two, a couple minutes. My clay is staying pretty moist, but you want to make sure if it's air dry clay, keep it covered. Okay. All right, let me show you that one. Look at that. Okay, let's unmold it. Flip it over, roll it back, and let's see what this one looks like. Voila, it popped out pretty easily. Let me pick that one up and show you that. Look at the detail in that. I mean, just simply amazing. Okay, put a little glue. Use my brush, brush it around. Get really good at those edges there. All right, that's good. Oops. Oh, a little clump of clay there, or clump of. Yeah, thanks, Kay. Isn't that darling? And then let's put this little mushroom guy on here. So it kind of makes him look like he's sitting behind these little mushrooms. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? All right. So because the clay is wet, you could paint it and started doing that work, but my recommendation would be let it sit and dry overnight if you can. That way it'll get good and hard, and it's much easier to paint that way. If for some reason you have to do it the same time that you put the clay down, just make sure you're being very gentle with the paintbrush and that you're not putting a lot of pressure because these great details will be affected if you push too hard. So my suggestion is wait till this dries overnight. So I did start one way earlier today. So let me show you that one and we'll start painting that one up. So here is the little squirrel picture that was in that same booklet. I added an iron orchid design transfer. Oh, that's something we need to do on that one. Let's do that real quick. And then I went ahead and added the mushrooms. But see how he's sitting behind those mushrooms? Isn't that cute? All right. Let's go ahead. I did forget to add my little, I want to add a little leaf transfer up here. So let's go ahead and do that. And so I used my Whispering Willow transfer packet, this one, and there is some great leaf options, and I really liked these leaves here. And what's great about these transfers is that you can cut out the ones that you want for your project. So I think let's cut out, let's see, which leaves do we want here? I think yeah, this little section right here, I'm just going to cut that little piece out right there. So I'm going to go around these other leaves. That's what's great about these transfers, is that you can cut out the pieces that you want for whatever project you're doing. So they're really easy to be able to do that. So I'm just going to cut that little piece out right there. So now I have a little piece of greenery, and I think I want it to go this way. No, maybe this way. I thought that would be the one I want. Oh, I think it'll still work. We're just going to do it just like that. And again, it's just to add another element. So there is a backer sheet. So let's make sure we get that backer sheet off first. And so this is your design stickiness right here. So don't touch the back of that. And then wherever you lay it down is where your design is going to be. So we're going to put it just like that. And I'm going to run this one right off the edge. So I'm going to fold it right over to the edge so it sticks on that. Okay, so now we're going to take our little tool and we're just going to give it a good rub. And this just gives it another element of interest, right? It gives it a green, a splash of green color, and just another great piece of interest. And then I'm going to hold this over, and then I'm going to rub this side so we can make sure we get this stuck down. So it's kind of fun because it rolls over the edge, the design does. Okay, so you see how easy that was? It stuck that easy. So as you're gently pulling it back, if you see any piece sticking and pulling up with this sheet, just lay it right back down and rub it. And it'll go down. All right. So we have now a little bit of green with some leaves up there. Isn't that cute? Okay, so we'll let him sit there and dry. Now, we're going to paint this one. So I want to paint the mushrooms. And what I decided was I want this stem to be a white color because I thought it would be fun to have the cap of this in red. I thought red would be a really pretty color to have here. And there's little polka dots. I don't know if you can see them, but can you see these little raised dots? And we're going to make those white. So it'll be red with a little bit of red, right, just like that. And then the rest of this will be all in that white color. And the reason for that is we are going to do some waxing on it when it's dry. So let me get the white, and we'll paint the white first on the bottom part. And then we'll paint the red on the top. So we're just going to give it a good coat of this. And when we put wax on it, when we dry up the paint, you'll be able to see all the little details in that mushroom stem with that wax. So it'll be so beautiful with that, with the wax, because the wax will be a brown wax, and so it will stay in the crevices of the mold. and kind of give you that aged kind of look. So let's get this painted the rest of the way. Now remember, I'm going to put greenery down here at the bottom, so we don't have to be terribly exact down here. We're going to put some greenery on it. Okay, all right. There is the white. Okay, now let's go ahead and paint that red. And then we'll come back and we'll put some red dots on, or white dots on it. Now, if this is not the right color for this particular mushroom, I'm sorry. I don't know mushroom colors, but I do know what I think would look pretty and cute with my picture. So that's the great thing about art, is it doesn't necessarily have to be true to life, right? So you get the freedom as the artist to make it how you want it to be.
That's my headphone.
So that's the beauty of doing that. So we'll give this a quick little paint. And a little splash of color there for it. Now you could make this any color you wanted to. I think it would look cute brown. It would look cute in a beige color. And because he's a mushroom, it doesn't have to be exact, right? And I don't have my little fine line paint brushes, so we're just gonna make do. Okay, so there we go for the red. Isn't that cute? All right, so I think for the bottom one, the bottom ones, I'm gonna paint these in chocolate, and then I'm gonna paint the stems in this drop cloth. So let me get that going. If I can get my paint open. It's always a plus. Well, maybe. Maybe, friends. There we go. Okay. I won. All right. Let me use this brush and we'll just do a quick little paint on these stems. So drop cloth is more of kind of like a very light beigey color. So it's great for those items that you just want a little bit of color, that it's not stark white. And so drop cloth is perfect for that. Okay, one down. Let's do the next one. Now, when you're doing the painting and you plan on putting a dark wax in for those spaces, those little crevices to show, just be very careful that you're not loading your mold and filling all those crevices with paint. So you want to be really mindful that as you're painting, you're really putting on just kind of a thin layer of that paint. Oops, got a little crazy there with the paint. And you just want to put a thin layer of paint on. So that way you're not filling in all your fun little crevices on your mold. Okay. Oops. It's okay. I'm going to cover that up with green moss anyways. Okay. So let me rinse this out. We'll put a little chocolate on there, on the tops of those mushroom caps. Hey, lovely assistant, can you do me one more favor? Can you give me my glue gun there? My glue tool. Please and thank you. Oh, I gotta shake this up a bit. It might need a new battery. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, look at this beautiful chocolate. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. We're going to put a little chocolate right here on the top of this mushroom. Oh, I guess I didn't get all the cornstarch off. Okay. Which is no big deal. It just makes your paint a little thicker. So after your mold dries, you may want to take a little paintbrush and just brush off any extra cornstarch you might have on your mold, and that just makes it easier to paint. Because it can get a little bit thick if you don't have that. Okay. And any area that I get paint on, I can always come back and touch up. No problem there. And even if you don't get all the way down, if we're going to put dark wax on it, it's going to cover up whatever you didn't paint with the chocolate. The brown wax will help cover that too. So, but I wanted you to see how fun and easy it is to take some pretty simple items and make such an adorable little picture that you can hang anywhere in your house. I mean, this would be cute in a living room, a family room, a bathroom, the kitchen, using some pretty simple techniques to make it. And it looks like you've spent hours and hours creating this cute little picture. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's paint some white dots on the top of that mushroom, and then we'll give it a good dry. Okay. Now, like I said, mushrooms are not exact. Every mushroom is different in the wild, and so even if your dots aren't perfect, not a big deal. Oop. And so all I'm doing is finding those dots that were on the mold and just putting a little bit of paint on them as the little white freckles on the mushroom. I mean, how adorable is that so far? Is that not the cutest thing ever? Okay, let's dry this up real quick. You love this, Mom? Thank you. Yes, you should have been my partner again. I would have loved it. You have a standing invite to be a special guest anytime you want. So in case you don't know who that is, Janice is my mom. Hi, Miss Linda. Thank you. So I want to make sure we got the paint good and dry. And it feels like it. All right. So let me take my little wax brushes. So whenever I put dark wax on, the first thing I always put on is clear wax. So always put clear wax on first, because it's going to make it easier for you to take the dark wax back. So if you won't have as much, because clay will take this wax and it loves it. It wants to just drink it right up. So it may not be completely dry, but that's okay. I know my friends won't judge me if there's a little smearing of the red and the white. It's all going to be fine. So I'm just putting clear wax on my mold. That's all I'm doing. Just layering it right on. And once clear wax dries, it does dry clear. So if you get it on your picture, not a big deal. It will dry clear. So we'll put that on there. So this also is a protectant of your molds. So your molds will be protected and sealed. So we're just gonna, oh, the brown wasn't dry either on this one. You guys will let it sit a little longer than I did, I'm sure. So make sure you give your paint plenty of time to dry. Unlike what I just did. No worries though. Okay. So I'm going to take, I don't think I have a cloth. Yes, I do. Right here. Let me take a little cloth here. And this is just a soft cloth. Nothing fancy. I think it's one of those painter t-shirt things. And so I'm just going to kind of rub back the clear wax a little. And like I said, don't judge my paint coming off because it isn't completely dry. But we're just going to work with it. Okay, let me get another piece here. Okay, we'll wipe a little bit of this away on the white part. And then we'll wipe a little bit away on the little mushrooms. Okay. All right, now let's take our dark wax, and I'm using the brown wax. And really my focus is going to be, that's the black, that's the brown. Yeah. Really my focus is going to be these underneath pieces and these little pieces here. So I'm just going to start by putting a little bit on in there. And you want to make sure you get it in the crevices. So get that wax down in those crevices, because that's really what's going to bring your details out. And you'll see that when I... Oop. So we're going to get it good and down in there. And it looks like this mushroom's been out in the forest for so long, growing away. And if you get a little bit on your picture, you can just wipe it back. Use your finger and a soft cloth. It'll come right up. And we'll just make sure we get it on there good. You don't have to be too picky because we're going to put a little bit of that moss down here, so be good there. Let's make sure we get a good layer over here on that, down underneath, and then on these. Just kind of brush it on. You can use a paintbrush to put it on. You can use a soft towel. It's kind of really up to you how you want to apply your wax. Now, could you do this to the whole picture, the dark wax? Absolutely. I would just recommend doing the dark wax on your picture. Do the clear wax first and then the light wax over it. So I'm going to cut another cloth off. And we're going to try and rip some of this back. And then you'll see how it is stuck inside those crevices of the mushroom. And just makes it look like it's been growing here forever. And we'll wipe these little ones off. And so they look like they've been in the ground, growing, and all of that. Now, how adorable is that? And you can see I've got wax all over the place, this brown wax, right? Here's the catch. Because we sealed this with the sealant, the top coat, we can take this white wax or the clear wax and we can use it kind of like an eraser, right? Because that's really why we put the clear wax down before we put the dark wax, because we want to make sure that we can get that dark wax back up. But because I put that sealant down, I can go back in now and clean up this dark wax, and it acts like an eraser. And I'll show you here in a second. So all you do is just rub it in the same spots where you had the dark wax, and you take it you take your little towel, and then you can just wipe that right back. So see how that dark wax came right back up? But if you don't have some kind of either top coat down or the white or the clear wax before you do the dark wax, the clear wax will not act as an eraser to pull it up after. That's why it's really important to have those one or the other down before you put that dark wax on. All right. Now let me get this little spot right over there. There we go. And it just takes it right off again. So it is just like an eraser. And you can use a paintbrush if you needed to get in between to a small area, like here, whatever works for that. All right. And there it comes right off again. All right. All right. Look at our cute little picture. Isn't that adorable? All right, now let's go ahead and glue some moss at the bottom, and let's see if that makes our picture all complete. So I just have some green moss here, mossy stuff, my hot glue tool, and I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna put some glue down here, maybe a little bit on the bottom of my mold, the bottom of his feet, just like that. And we're just gonna not put a big stick on, that would not be good. We're just gonna lay some little moss right there. And then you can make it however you want it. Okay. All right. Let's put this down here. All right, my friends, look at this. I think this is adorable. Now, of course, it needs to be a little cleaned up a little bit more here and there, but I think you get the idea. Look how cute that little picture is. So wouldn't it be cute to have like a gallery wall with these cute little woodland creatures and these little mushroom molds? Aren't those adorable? I think they're pretty fabulous. I mean, look at the detail in that mushroom. I mean, it's just amazing. So I'll finish this one up this week and I'll show you. And won't they look so cute together? What do you guys think? Do you like it? Not like it? Now remember, I got the pictures at Dollar Tree in that cute little booklet. And then I used some transfer pieces, the Iron Orchid Design new molds from mushrooms, and Dixie Belle chalk paint, and some wax. Isn't that cute? You love it? Thanks, Kay. I know, isn't that just adorable? These are so cute together, I think. I'm trying to figure out this camera angle here, friends. I'm glad you love it, Kay. So stay tuned, my friends. I will show you the finished one of this one next weekend, and we'll get these hung up and see how they look. All right, my friends. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thank you for joining me and having fun with me. It's always great to see you here every Saturday. I really do appreciate you spending time with me. It's always more fun to craft with friends, right? So don't forget, if you're looking for something to do tonight, come on down to the Town Square Mall. 8 p.m. to midnight. We have some great vendors lined up, DJ and music. So come check out all the shops and vendors. Otherwise, I know, wouldn't that be so cute for a nursery? I think you're right, Kendra. I think it's so adorable. It would be just so cute for a nursery. Otherwise, come on in, check us out this week. We'd love to see you. Open our shop hours again are Thursday through Sunday, Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Make sure you like and follow our page because there will be some announcements coming, and I want to make sure you get those notifications. Okay, friends? So share us out to your friends and all that good stuff. All right, my friends? You guys have a great rest of your week. Be safe. Have a good week. Take care, my friends. Thanks for joining me. Bye, friends. Bye, friends.